Okay, I know this is not a DVD, but this is something that is, I really is special to me in my collection. It's the Voyager Golden Record double CD and book. And what it is in 1977, NASA sent out a Voyager probe that had on it a record. And on this record, it's a gold record, literally made of gold, that they put all this music and sounds that were curated and put together by Carl Sagan. If you don't know who Carl Sagan is, he, of course, famously did the television show Cosmos. With Neil deGrasse Tyson, did the sequel to Cosmos years later on Fox. I grew up watching Cosmos. I thought it was amazing. But this book and CD set, which I recommend if you want to go down a little rabbit hole of NASA stuff, this was meant to be some sort of outreach from humankind into the cosmos to try to find alien life and describe to them what we were like. The thing that I remember about this as a kid was thinking, like, if we had received a message back, what that would be like. There's an image, there are images on the probe of like what man and male and female look like in terms of form. So an illustration, and the audio that's on the record. It was there's a reproduction of the record inside of here on CD. I'll actually show you some of it. It's pretty cool. But like on the record was like sounds of whales, sounds of like just sort of sounds of humanity, and then additionally music. So this is sort of like for anyone that's like a NASA nerd or whatnot, or especially if you've seen Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which is one of my, look, a lot of people don't like that movie, so I guess I would call it a guilty pleasure movie, but I don't feel guilty. Star Trek: The Motion Picture, I happen to love. Because Star Wars was something that was a surprise. I heard about a Star Trek movie for years before the first Star Trek movie came out in 1979. And what's weird about it is that like Voyager, they sent this out, and it kind of ties into Star Trek: The Motion Picture, because in Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the Voyager kind of comes back in the form of Voyager. And my whole thought on that was like, basically this entire Voyager probe, they call it Voyager, because there's like the O and the Y and the A kind of got like burnt, in outer space, it got burnt off. So just the letters V, G, and R. And I kind of feel like it's crazy that this incredible consciousness that came from outer space that was derived from the original Voyager probe sent out by NASA is named Voyager because of a spelling error. Because the aliens that discovered Voyager didn't think to like, well, let's like clean this up a bit. And they would have just discovered the O, Y, and A. We're really getting into some obscure stuff here. But if you are a fan of NASA and you want to go down that kind of rabbit hole, I sought this out. I'm super excited that I have this. I actually got this from a Kickstarter that I contributed to years ago, and am a proud owner of this and a listener of these CDs.